Hello, I am Bridget Rowe. I am energy, I am powerful, and I am who I say I am. The purpose of this particular video is to share my experience with working with the Goddess Oshun. And with that being said, I'd like to dedicate this particular video to the Goddess Oshun. Okay? So here it is, my experience. For those of you who are just watching this particular video, I have all my life grew up in the church. You know, I've had experiences with lower energy beings. With hearing energies call me in the middle of my sleep, levitating out of my bed, astral traveling, and dealing with visual aspect in the daytime of beings and people's eye sockets out of their head, all kind of crazy things. You call it crazy and scary. The average person would shake in their boots from seeing the things that I have, and at one point I used to shake in my boots from seeing the things that I saw. But I challenged all of my fears in my life, and so I got to a place in my journey where I just wasn't afraid anymore. You know, I felt like I had already been through hell, you know, and I felt like I was energy and I was tapping into something that other people may not have explored because they were afraid of it, because they were ignorant of it, because they was just told in the past, you know, that that's the devil or whatever. And to me, I felt like I had already been through hell. So nonetheless, one day somebody gave me a book. It is spiritual conjuring for witches. And so I was like, oh well, let's see what it's all about. And this was really a good book. This really broke down what other energies and other spirits and invoking spirits, you know, what it meant and how to do it, you know. And so this particular book taught me that you want to establish a relationship, you know, with your Godhead. They'll call it a Godhead, whoever you choose to invoke or whatever. You know, some people will invoke energies in order to channel with them or whatever. And so you establish a relationship, you get your little altar, and before you invoke it, you start to give it, you know, communion. You give love offerings to your shrine. Your shrine is your energy, is like a statue of your particular energy being, in my case the Goddess Oshun. So a statue of the Goddess Oshun, and you want to adore it, you know, with little pearls, or just dress it up, just giving energy to it, you know. And so I did that because this was an act of giving my energy to my Godhead, creating my relationship, just like we do in the physical realm. We create a relationship. We go on a date with a person that we like. You know, the guy constantly keeps going and providing things for you, showing that he cares, showing that he's interested. Well, it's no different to me. It's seemingly when you're doing communion with energy that you trying to invoke later to help you in your physical reality, you know, because these particular energies are tapped into all knowing. They're tapped into all knowing, infinite intelligence. So why not commune with them? You know, they know everything. They can help you in your physical realm. And it's no different from a Godhead or from your ancestors. You have a picture of your ancestors on your altar, and then you commune with them, and you ask them questions because they tapped in. Once you are on that other side, you will tap back into infinite intelligence and all knowing. Absent in the body means present with the Lord. You know, that's what they say in the biblical text. So when learning all of this in this particular book, you know, even in the book, it talked about the new moon, you know, and it told you the right cycles or whatever, when to do it. So I learned a lot from this particular book. But what I want to say about working with the Goddess Oshun is the big piece that I got from working with the Goddess Oshun was the mere fact that I evolved to my higher self when I did this. I looked at the Goddess Oshun as being my higher self in the beginning, but after constantly working with this particular energy, it just really was another stepping tool for me to evolve to my higher self. And so I became the person, the goddess of love. You know, I became the person or the goddess of fertility and prosperity, you know, in a beauty. It allowed me to evolve to a higher place. And so if I could look back over my journey, I would have no regrets from doing that, because I feel as though it was necessary in my journey. And so just like I tell you all with the cards, with the crystals, with invoking spirits or energies, with going outside and sun gazing and all these things, all of these little bitty pieces or just design that we created and designed to keep us going and to tap into our powers and get us to other levels. And so all of these tools, I feel like they are beautiful tools to be used to help us become that God type energy that we already are, that we just forgot. You know, we descended, and now pretty much in this physical reality, all we doing is trying to ascend back higher. So these are just tools to help us get a little bit higher. And I have no regrets with working with the Goddess Oshun. And a lot of people ask me, well, do I channel, do I work with other energies? Well, for me, I wanted to have that experience of working with an energy. I wanted to go in and intentionally do that. But I believe I'm just a little bit different in a sense where these particular energies or yeah, I would call them energy or spirits, they telepathically communicate with me. I don't have to, and I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody who does this, I don't particularly have to go in, you know, to do all of that. They'll just talk to me and tell me, just like on some of my videos, they'll just talk to me and tell me what to say to people. And it is just is that, you know, I can be not even doing a video. I could be one day in particular, somebody was telling me something, and I was just Bridget, just, you know, just physical existed here. And in this particular person, energy had told me to tell them something, and I said it to them, and this person said, well, Bridget, you're gonna have to use references when you say that kind of stuff. Where did you get that from, is what this person was saying. And so this energy that told me to tell this particular person that came into my ear and was like, I am the reference. And I was like, okay. And so I didn't say anything to that particular person. I heard that energy, and I'm saying to myself, girl, you in trouble. You better go ahead on now, you know, because it's a powerful energy, and you just know that it is just not your thoughts. It's something greater, seemingly. And so I didn't tell this particular person anything, and she was like, well, Bridget, come on. I mean, you're not going to say anything about that? I was like, yeah, I heard you references. And she was like, well, give me some feedback. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, how could you just, where did you get that from? And so at that particular moment, Bridget was trying to just, you know, just be and just cut the conversation. But I said to myself, girl, you're in trouble. And as soon as I said, girl, you're in trouble, it was almost like, and this person was told, you know, more, I don't want to share this person's business, more about that particular subject. And the next thing I knew, Bridget was just looking at this person, and this person was like, Bridget. And I was like, you asked for it. And so it's just like a knowing. It's just like a telepathic communication type thing that just automatically happens. And you, me being Bridget, will be like, ooh, that was good. You know, Bridget just be like, oh, well, alrighty then. He told her, you know. And so you know, some people laugh at me when I say, yeah, I enjoyed that video too, because I'm learning too. You know, I'm learning too. My guides, you know, come and talk to me through talking to you sometime, through writing things to you sometimes. Just like with my book, you know, I was woken up in the middle of the night to write those things down to share with you. And so sometimes I read my book. You know, I read something from a book, be like, oh, okay, well, that's what I need to do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that out, you know. I'm gonna try that particular herb out tomorrow, you know, because even though I tried all of those things out when I was there, it's like, it's almost like a refresher for me to look at my book and be like, oh yeah, because back then I tried those things out because I was led to do that by a higher power in order to share to you. But now if I need something or need that clarity, I can go back and reference those things and be like, oh yeah, they did tell me about that, because it'd be so much information, you know, because they are tuned into infinite intelligence, you know, and we are kind of like dumbed down to a lesser percentage than what they are. So it's kind of sometimes you have so much information in your mental Rolodex you got to retrieve and be like, wait, hold up, you know. So in any case, I just wanted to share my experience with working with the Goddess Oshun, and I am so happy that I did, because now I am greater. Now I feel more confident and more powerful. This is my only my journey, so I'm not persuading you to do it. But that book is a really good book. It's called Spiritual Conjuring for Witches. Be blessed.